Hey everybody, Steve here, and today in this video we're going to take a look at our Mavic Air 2S. We're going to do a little bit of flying, and we'll do some examples of the quick shots and the master shot, so that should be pretty interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we'll start off and we'll get our drone connected. As you can see, we come to the main screen. It says a firmware update is available, but we'll skip that for now. Come up on the screen, we'll go ahead in the bottom right, hit Go Fly. And what we end up seeing is that's the picture of our drone. So in the top left, we hit that. We've got our auto return to home altitude is about 100 feet. Max altitude 396, max distance. We're not too worried about that. Everything looks good. We already did a check on our phone in the Before You Fly app, Air Map, and some other apps to check that we're okay to fly in this location, and we're good to go. Some things that we want to point out is on the screen here. If you look on the left and you go ahead and you press that kind of octagon, it says safety avoidance off, and you can turn it back on. Sideways flight is off. There was a couple people that mentioned in some social media threads that their Mavic Air wouldn't go left or right on their Air 2S, and that's the reason why you might have accidentally hit that. If you go down to the button below that, that's the automatic takeoff, so we can go ahead and hit that. We want to look at a few more things. On the top right, we've got our battery percentage. We've got the signal from our controller going to the drone, and then some other things. We've got satellite signal. We've got 19 satellites, so we got a good strong, it's able to update the return to home point or where you're taking off from. So if you lose signal while you're flying, then the drone will automatically come back to that location, and it's done through the satellite system. Got a little bit of wind today. Some other things that we have is some safety. Usually what I'll end up doing is go ahead and put that on bypass. You can disable the sideways flight, so that's another setting to be aware of. Again, you can calibrate your compass, your IMU, some other things. If we go to the controls, it's set for Imperial. There's some other things. You can recenter your gimbal, things like that, your camera. We've got it set for MOV and D-Log. Color display, yada yada, histogram, not too worried about that. We've got an ND filter on there. I think it's like an ND8. Peaking levels, stuff like that. We got about 3 gigs available. Let's go ahead and we'll just format the SD card. And so we got, so we're good to go on that. Transmission we don't need to worry about, so we'll just go back to the main screen. And now what we'll end up doing is just go ahead and take it off. So we'll go ahead and we'll press our takeoff button, and we'll turn our camera around so you can take a look at that. You can focus on the drone, and we'll go ahead and we'll take off.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Like I said, we got a little bit of wind. Since we lost our tracking. Let's see if we can pick that back up again on our... Okay. And what we'll end up doing, go high, and just go out a little ways. And what we'll end up doing is we'll just take it out to here, and we'll go ahead and we'll turn around. We'll see if we can track our master shots. So we go ahead and click on our video, and we've got the choice of master shots, quick shot, hyperlapse, and panoramic. So we're just going to do the master shots here. And we'll go ahead and we'll just tag ourselves. And we can set for a medium as far as location, distance, length, and height. We'll kind of do that for right here. And all we'll do is go ahead and press start.
3, 2, 1.
And there she goes. So we're at 9%. Does a little bit of a circle action there. So far the tracking on here is pretty good with the Osmo Pocket 2. I'm really surprised at how well that is tracking. In fact, I'm really impressed with that so far. So it goes back, see how far the Osmo can track that, the Pocket 2. Wow. I am pretty amazed with the Osmo Pocket 2. 59% of the master shots. Comes back to the starting position. It's going to go ahead and do the rocket. Go up above us. As you can see on the video of the Pocket 2, it is still tracking the drone. I am amazed. Coming up on 90 some odd percent here, so we're almost done. Drone is going to return. Master shot is complete. Interesting. So now what we'll end up doing is to go ahead and select ourselves again, and let's take quick shot. First quick shot that we have is the droney, and we can go, let's go for 110 feet. I'll go ahead and start.
3, 2, 1.
Droney's kind of a good shot to give an overall look of where you're at and kind of pull out and rise up and to show the surrounding areas. Be pretty neat when we get to Hawaii, that's for sure. Again, 110 feet. And the interesting thing about the quick shots and the master shot is that you don't have to start recording. It'll automatically record. Okay, kind of lost us there a little bit. Let's get us back on course. Kind of get our, it's kind of different. We're still tracking on the Pocket 2, so let's go ahead and we'll do the rocket. And the same thing, we'll just set it at the
3, 2,
now that's
1.
in English. And it starts off. Rocket gives you that overhead view. The Pocket 2 still tracking. Kudos to the Pocket 2. Nice overhead shot. We're completed. We'll see if it comes back. And we're back down to where we started. And we're done. So we'll go ahead and click on ourselves again, and we'll do the circle. And you can go ahead and either go the right or the left. Let's go ahead and we'll go that way. Yep. And here we go.
3, 2, 1.
This is going to do the circle. We're high enough around. Let's see if the Pocket 2 will keep tracking. Oh, yeah, it did. Wow. Well, it lost it. Pocket 2 lost it. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Of course, we're not going to be able to track with the Helix or anything. anything that does circular motion. So what we'll end up doing is we'll just go ahead and we'll turn around and get a shot of us. Okay. So now what we'll end up doing is the helix, and we'll just do 100 feet. And go ahead and start that.
3, 2, 1.
You can see the helix starts off, going around. Helix will start off and then it'll just go out and kind of get a bigger circle and then come back. So you should be able to see it as she goes around. No, she's really high up now. So she comes back around. Pretty good. So now it's going to return after that quick shot. You can go left or right on the quick shot as far as either going left or right for, you know, the circle or the helix, or back to where we're at. And let's see what else we can do. The boomerang. Go ahead and get that centered.
3, 2, 1.
And we'll go ahead and let her do her thing. It's always a good idea when you practice these master shots or these quick shots to start out in a big open field and start with the smallest distance, so that way you can get an idea of what the distances are for the helix or the circle or the boomerang or things like that. So that way you know how high you need to go, and that way you also need to know if there's any obstacles, like we got some power lines and stuff, so need to be mindful of those things. So it's always good to have an idea of your distances and your heights. So let's go, now we have asteroid. And we'll go ahead and put that on us, and we'll go ahead and start that up.
3, 2, 1.
And she's off. Let's see if we can do some tracking. Boy, she is way up there. Can't even see it. So the asteroid will end up kind of doing that drone-y shot thing and then make a series of photographs. You can see there, which is kind of cool. About 80% done right now. Now we're returning back to base. One thing I like about drones, it's an individual hobby, but yeah, it turns out pretty good. Alrighty, and here's the finished product of the asteroid. Notice it goes up, and then what it'll do is incorporate all those pictures that were taken, stitch them together into a sphere, come out with a really nice graphic. Let's go ahead and we'll do the 180. But I would definitely recommend DJI. The ease of flight, the safety features that they have on the drones. They're coming out with new models, so like the Mavic Mini or the Mini 2, that they're kind of going down in price. You can find them refurbished on Amazon or renewed. You can find some really good deals. If price isn't a problem, then you can go for something like the Mavic 2 Pro, the Mavic Air, the Air 2S is what I have. But you also want to keep in mind that in the supposed near future, they're going to have the new Mavic 3 come out. Now, we don't know if that's going to be a Mini 3 or if it's going to be a Mavic 3 Pro, you know, after the Air 2 or Air 2S. We're just not sure on that. So If you wait a little while, even if the Mavic 3 does come out, you'll still be able to probably get some good deals because the other prices should go down. Okay, we did that. Let's go ahead and we'll do the wide angle. It'll be interesting to see because we got about a 10-mile-an-hour wind, I think. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what we get. We're almost done. And the other one is the vertical. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. Alrighty, we're done with that. So now let's just go back to our video. So there you can see we got a little bit of movement because of the wind. There's a decent gust. Let's say it's about 10, maybe 15. Probably about 15. So you can see we got a little bit of gust going. But as far as like pictures and things like that, it's kind of interesting. Almost 50 feet.
Battery level is low.
Low
The
battery.
aircraft will go to the home point in
All right,
10
we're gonna go ahead
seconds.
and confirm. And what we'll end
Go
up doing
home.
is let it return on its own. Now, as far as landing, return to home is pretty good. As far as accuracy when it lands, mobile device CPU fully loaded, related performance will be
Landing.
Interesting. Wonder what that is. But the takeoff and landing is not 100% precise. Mobile device. I think that means my tablet is like nearing the end. She landed on the grass. Okay. Well, that's all the time that we have for the video today. Be sure you like this video, then go down to the bottom right and subscribe, hit that bell, and we'll see you on the next video.